you're over 55 and shopping for a new SUV right now, I need you to stop what you're doing and pay very close attention, because the SUV market in 2026 has changed more than it has in the last 10 years combined. 3 of the 5 SUVs I'm about to show you just got completely redesigned from the ground up, and one of them starts at a price so low that most people don't even believe it when I tell them. But here's the thing, I'm not just going to give you a random list. I ranked these based on the 5 things that actually matter to seniors: ease of getting in and out, safety technology, reliability, comfort on long drives, and total cost of ownership. And the number 1 pick on this list, it might genuinely surprise you. Let's get into it. Before we dive in, I want to be clear about something. This is not a list for car enthusiasts who want 0 to 60 times and sport modes. This is a list for smart, experienced buyers who want a vehicle that will serve them well for the next 10 to 15 years without headaches, without crazy repair bills, and without feeling like they need an engineering degree to figure out the dashboard. Every single SUV on this list has top safety ratings, proven reliability, and the kind of real-world practicality that makes life easier, not harder. Now, starting with number 5 and building up to the best of the best. Coming in at number 5, we have the 2026 Hyundai Tucson. And I'll tell you right now, this is the SUV that most people overlook, and that is a mistake. The Tucson starts at just $29,200, making it the most affordable SUV on this entire list. But don't let that price fool you into thinking you're getting a cheap vehicle. You're not. Hyundai has packed this thing with features that competitors charge thousands extra for. Every single Tucson comes standard with a 12.3-inch touchscreen, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, forward collision warning with pedestrian detection, automatic emergency braking, adaptive cruise control, lane centering assist, blind spot monitors, and rear cross-traffic alert. Read that list again. That is the base model. Other brands make you pay $5,000 or $6,000 more to get half of those features. Now, for seniors specifically, here's what matters. The Tucson has one of the most spacious interiors in its class, nearly 39 cubic feet of cargo space behind the rear seats, and the doors open wide, which makes getting in and out significantly easier than some competitors. The seats are comfortable and supportive, and the ride quality is smooth and composed without being floaty. But the real knockout punch is the warranty. Hyundai gives you 5 years or 60,000 miles of basic coverage and 10 years or 100,000 miles on the powertrain. That is double what Toyota, Honda, Mazda, and Subaru offer. For someone planning to keep their vehicle for a long time, that peace of mind is worth its weight in gold. The one downside: the base engine is not the fastest in the class. It takes about 10 seconds to get to 60 miles per hour, which honestly, for everyday driving, grocery runs, and highway cruising, you will never notice. But if you want more power, the hybrid version bumps you up to 231 horsepower and gets up to 38 miles per gallon combined. That's a serious upgrade for not much more money. The Tucson earns its spot here because it gives you more standard features per dollar than anything else on this list. If budget is your top priority, this is the one. At number 4, we have the 2026 Subaru Forester. And if you live anywhere that gets rain, snow, ice, or even just wet leaves in the fall, this SUV deserves your serious attention. Why? Because every single Subaru Forester comes standard with all-wheel drive. Not optional, not an upgrade, standard. And it's not just any all-wheel drive, it's Subaru's symmetrical all-wheel drive system, which is widely regarded as one of the best in the industry for real-world traction and stability. The Forester starts at around $31,445, and for that price you get a vehicle that Subaru says has a 96% 10-year survival rate. That means 96 out of every 100 Foresters sold in the last decade are still on the road today. That number beats the RAV4, the CR-V, and the CX-5. When you're buying a vehicle you want to keep for a long time, that statistic matters enormously. Now here's something that seniors in particular will appreciate about the Forester: visibility. This SUV has some of the largest windows in its entire class. The greenhouse, that's the glass area, is designed to give you a panoramic view of everything around you. Blind spots are minimal, and the upright seating position means you sit high with a commanding view of the road. If you've ever felt anxious about lane changes or parking lot maneuvers, the Forester's visibility alone could change that for you. Subaru's EyeSight safety system is standard on every Forester, and for 2026, it includes an emergency stop assist feature. If the system detects that the driver has become unresponsive while using adaptive cruise control, it will gradually slow the vehicle to a complete stop and activate the hazard lights. Think about that for a second. That's the kind of technology that could literally save a life. The interior is practical and straightforward. There's 8.7 inches of ground clearance, which sounds like an off-road number, but in reality, it means you're stepping up into the vehicle at a height that's comfortable for most people. Not too high like a truck, not too low like a sedan. The cargo area is generous at 74.4 cubic feet, with the seats folded, and the low lift-over height means you don't have to heave heavy bags up over a high bumper. The one area where the Forester falls short compared to some rivals is power. At 180 horsepower, it's adequate but not thrilling. Highway passing can require some planning, but for the vast majority of daily driving scenarios, it does the job without complaint, and it does it with the kind of rock-solid reliability that Subaru has built its reputation on. Number 3 on the list is the all-new 2026 Mazda CX-5, and this is where things start getting really interesting, because Mazda just completely redesigned the CX-5 from the ground up, and they somehow managed to make it bigger, more comfortable, more refined, and loaded with better technology, while keeping the starting price at just $29,990. That makes it the cheapest SUV on this entire list. This is the one I was talking about in the intro. Under 30 grand for a fully redesigned all-wheel drive SUV with a premium interior. That is shockingly cheap, but the price is only part of the story. What makes the CX-5 special for seniors is the way it drives and the way it feels inside. Mazda has always positioned itself as a near-luxury brand, and you feel that the moment you sit in this thing. The seats are excellent, firm but supportive, with the kind of quality materials that you'd normally find in vehicles costing $10,000 or $15,000 more. The cabin is quiet, the ride is smooth, and everything feels solid and well assembled. The new CX-5 is 4.5 inches longer than the previous model, and all of that extra length goes to the wheelbase, which means significantly more rear legroom and a larger cargo area. This was the biggest complaint about the old CX-5. It was too small inside. Mazda heard that criticism and fixed it. The rear doors now open wider too, which makes it easier to get in and out, or to load a child seat if you're helping with grandchildren. Technology is another area where Mazda stepped up. The base model comes with a 12.9-inch touchscreen with Google built in, and the top trim gets a 15.6-inch display, the largest screen in the entire compact SUV class. The safety suite is comprehensive, with automatic emergency braking, blind spot monitoring, rear cross-traffic alert, and lane keeping assist all standard across the lineup. Now the trade-off. The CX-5 does not offer a hybrid version for 2026. That's coming in 2027. So its fuel economy, at 26 miles per gallon combined, is lower than the hybrid options from Toyota and Honda. If fuel efficiency is your top priority, you might want to look at those instead. But if you value driving refinement, interior quality, and an unbeatable starting price, the CX-5 is hard to beat. Every CX-5 comes with standard all-wheel drive and Mazda's 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty, plus 5 years and 60,000 miles on the powertrain. Not as generous as Hyundai's warranty, but the CX-5 makes up for it, with one of the most satisfying ownership experiences in this price range. At number 2, we have the 2026 Honda CR-V, and there's a reason this SUV has been America's best-selling compact utility vehicle for over 2 decades. It does everything well, not just okay. Well, the CR-V starts at $32,370 for the base LX trim, and even at that entry point, you get Honda Sensing Standard, that's forward collision warning, automatic emergency braking, road departure mitigation, lane departure warning, and adaptive cruise control with low speed follow. For 2026, every CR-V now comes with a 9-inch touchscreen, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and a wireless charging pad. These were previously reserved for higher trims, so Honda is giving you more value right out of the gate. But here's why the CR-V ranks this high for seniors specifically. First, the rear seat. The CR-V has one of the most spacious back rows in this entire class. If you have passengers, a spouse, friends, adult children, grandchildren, everyone is going to be comfortable. There's generous legroom, headroom, and the seats themselves are well cushioned. Second, the cargo area. With nearly 40 cubic feet behind the rear seats and over 76 cubic feet with them folded, the CR-V can swallow luggage, golf clubs, grocery bags, walker, wheelchair, whatever you need. The opening is wide and the lift-over height is reasonable. The ride quality is where the CR-V truly shines for this audience. It's firm enough to feel stable and confident on the highway, but soft enough to absorb potholes, rough pavement and expansion joints without jarring your spine. It's the kind of ride that you appreciate more and more the longer you drive, especially on road trips. The cabin is quiet at highway speeds, and the controls are logically laid out without being overly complicated. If fuel economy matters to you, and it should, the hybrid version of the CR-V delivers up to 40 miles per gallon combined with front-wheel drive and 37 with all-wheel drive. The hybrid also adds more power, 204 horsepower, making it both more efficient and more responsive than the base turbo engine. The sweet spot in the lineup is the EXL at $36,850. It gives you leather seats, a power lift gate, power adjustable seats, and an upgraded sound system. The CR-V has earned a top safety pick from IHS and a 5-star rating from NHTSA. Honda's reliability track record speaks for itself. These vehicles routinely last well past 200,000 miles with basic maintenance, and the resale value is among the best in the class, which matters if you ever decide to sell or trade in down the road. The only real weakness, the CR-V isn't particularly exciting to drive. It's not sporty like the Mazda, and the infotainment screen, while functional, looks a little plain compared to what Hyundai and Mazda are offering. But for pure all-around competence and long-term satisfaction, it's extremely hard to fault. And finally, at number 1, the 2026 Toyota RAV4. This is the one, the SUV that I would recommend to any senior buyer with absolute confidence. And here's why. Toyota just completely redesigned the RAV4 for 2026, and they made one decision that changed everything. Every single RAV4 is now a hybrid. There is no more base gasoline engine. Every RAV4 you can buy comes with a hybrid powertrain as standard equipment. That means the base model, the LE, starts at $33,350 and delivers an estimated 44 miles per gallon combined with front-wheel drive. Let me put that in perspective. The average American drives about 12,000 miles a year. At 44 miles per gallon, you're spending roughly half of what you'd spend on fuel compared to the Mazda CX-5 or the base Hyundai Tucson. Over 5 years, that's thousands of dollars saved without you having to do anything differently. But fuel economy is just the beginning. The new RAV4's hybrid system is 5th generation technology, and the difference compared to older hybrids is night and day. The transitions between electric and engine power are incredibly smooth. The engine startup is quieter than before, and with 226 horsepower in front-wheel drive or 236 with all-wheel drive, this RAV4 is actually quicker than most of its competitors, hybrid or otherwise. Edmunds clocked it at 7.5 seconds to 60 miles per hour, which is faster than the CR-V, the Forester, the CX-5, and the Tucson. For seniors, the safety technology on the 2026 RAV4 is the most advanced in this group. Toyota Safety Sense 4.0 is standard on every model, and it includes enhanced automatic emergency braking, an improved head-up display, and for the first time on any Toyota, blind spot warning and rear cross-traffic warning are standard across the entire lineup. The driver display is now a 12.3-inch digital screen that's clear, easy to read, and customizable. Cargo space is excellent, 37.8 cubic feet behind the rear seats and 70.4 with them folded. The cargo area is wide and square, with minimal wheel arch intrusion, which means you can fit large flat items easily. Toyota even redesigned the center armrest with a double-hinged cover that opens toward either the driver or passenger. Small touches like this show that Toyota thought carefully about everyday usability. The warranty is solid, 3 years and 36,000 miles basic, 5 years and 60,000 miles powertrain. And here's the part that seals it. The hybrid battery is covered for 10 years or 150,000 miles. That is the best hybrid battery warranty in this group, and it means you can own this vehicle for over a decade without worrying about the most expensive component in the powertrain. The RAV4 is the best-selling passenger vehicle in America, and for 2026, Toyota didn't just coast on that success. They raised the bar. More power, better fuel economy, more standard safety features, a redesigned interior, and a hybrid powertrain that now comes standard on every single model. For seniors looking for confidence, reliability, efficiency, and long-term value, there is no better choice in 2026. So there you have it, the 5 best SUVs that seniors can buy with confidence in 2026. Let me do a quick recap. Number 5, the Hyundai Tucson. Unbeatable on features per dollar, and that incredible 10-year warranty. Number 4, the Subaru Forester. The best visibility, standard all-wheel drive, and a 96% survival rate. Number 3, the Mazda CX-5. Shockingly cheap at under $30,000 with a near-luxury interior. Number 2, the Honda CR-V, the all-around champion with the best rear seat and cargo space. And number 1, the 2026 Toyota RAV4, a hybrid standard, 44 miles per gallon, and the most advanced safety tech in the class. Now I want to hear from you. Which one of these would you pick? And did I miss one that you think should be on this list? Drop your answer in the comments below. I read every single one, and if this video helped you, do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe. I'm putting out new content every week, helping you make smarter car buying decisions. I'll see you in the next one.